Good Sunday morning. Welcome to the Magness Arena at DU here in Denver, Colorado. Your Arvada Pee Wee A are set to take on DU this regular season matchup here at Magness Arena. I'm just pretty excited here. I'm not gonna lie. We're lucky enough, OTT Sports Network has partnered with our friends here at Altitude Sports. We are in the press box at Magness Arena. I've been full of it the whole time, but now I'm not lying. We are in the press box, high above the ice here at Magness. I'm pretty pumped. Look at me, I'm shaking. That might not be because I haven't had a beer yet today, but anyways, back to the hockey action here. Arvada is going to be down a couple of players. That flu bug and those upper body injuries just keep coming at us. Lexi's still out of town. Milo is out today. Jackson's still out today, and Anderson is out today. 11 skaters go back over to the bench here. Coach Jake and Coach Rich trying to figure out what's going to go on. I have no idea what our lineups are going to be, but we'll see it as this game gets ready to get underway. Again, you guys all tuned in yesterday. We skated that tough 3-1 loss with the depleted lineup against NOCO yesterday evening. Today is going to be a different outcome if your players have anything to say about it. One more time, OTT Sports Network and Harry Haviland bring it to you from Magness Arena here at Denver University. Or University of Denver, right? University of Denver, DU. From the press box, for real. Sold out crowd here, 6,062. Scalpers outside, couldn't get rid of their tickets fast enough. Everybody's here, action packed, music bumping. Or is that just in my head?
It's in your head.
That's in my head, okay.
There's no sound.
No music.
You gotta fix that.
We got 3 refs, though. We got a ref and 2 linesmen, I should say. We got swimmers over on the far side. There's a swim meet going on here. This is a great facility for those of you who haven't been down here, just south of downtown Denver, off of I-25, the University of Denver. There's basketball, volleyball, swimming, lacrosse. It's all right here. Gymnastics, it's all right here.
Champions.
National champion, Denver Pioneers play on this ice. And now we're set to get underway here. Evan's back at forward. He's centering Calder and Nick on the far side. That's Bo and Owen on defense. Play is underway as DU kicks it up, bounces it off the boards in front of the Arvada bench. Hard off the boards, Bo. One more time, backhands it out, sneaks across the blue line. Evan skates over to pick that up. DU turns it around at the Arvada blue line. Circles back at center ice, whips that one through. And Evan chases it down, could get a stick on it, they bang it off the boards. This ice is looking really slow. They're gonna have to put some meat on every one of these passes and shots if they're gonna have it on the ice. Fighting for it is Calder, kick back out over to Owen. Owen sees his D partner in Bo on the far blue line. Bo tries to go off the boards, gets run into on the shin pads. DU breaks in, comes across the circle, win with the save. Rebound loose to DU, they shoot that one wide. In behind the net, Bo's trying to push the player instead of going for the puck. The bigger player pushes both the Arvada skaters down. But coming up the far side is Nick. Nick bangs that one in, now he's gonna go chase it down. Into the corner, DU swings that around. Nick gets a stick on it, broken up briefly. DU behind their own net. On the far board, circling back around, Colin steps out, skates that one out across the blue line as he was looking to get that back over to Milky. Welcoming him back as he was just out of town yesterday. Colin turns, shoots that one into the corner. Cohen go hard after that, bangs it back, but 2 DU players collapse on top of him, coming out behind their own net. Walking in, off the glass and down, stopped by Milky. Milky spins back around, reverses that, gets it up over to Colin. Colin has Cohen at center ice. Come in onside. Cohen walks in, top of the circle, takes the shot, blocked down, loose puck in front. Kai's still kicking for it. Oh, Cohen couldn't get that second rebound. The puck is still loose, comes all the way back out to the point. Milky at the blue line, keeps that one onside. Gonna have a chance to step in, tips it into Colin. Colin backhands over, and Cohen couldn't get that tip in. Hard off the boards, back out to Milky. Milky steps in, holding his blue line, pinches, passes it over to Colin in front. Colin turns and shoots, and it's gloved down as Colin was looking for the rebound. No rebound on that one as there's 12:04 left to go here in the first period. 0-0 at Magness Arena. Arvada Pee Wee hockey. Tuning in, Tracy Anderson, Helen Parker, Tom Haviland, Anita Hernandez. Everybody across, some faithful viewers right there. Glad to see you guys on this Sunday afternoon, live from Magness Arena in Denver, Colorado, as the DU team skates it out of their own end, puts it up to center ice. Stuck down there by Alex, picked up by Evan, and Evan's coming across, getting hooked up, held up there briefly. Evan bangs that in, looking for Nick. Evan over to Nick. Nick loses it in his skates, gets spun around backwards. Coming across the ice is Alex. Alex backhands that one over to Calder. Calder couldn't get a handle on it. DU just comes in, tip back out, pass back up through the middle, over to the side of the net and picked up by Calder before they get another shot off. Calder's centering pass over to Evan. That one sneaks across the blue line out over to neutral territory. Winging it across, trying to flip that one back out. Evan got it off his skates, keeping that in the DU zone briefly. They flip it back to center ice and Alex retreats on it. Alex backhands that one over to DU, gets back on side and comes into Arvada zone. Comes to the top of the circle, flips a weak one towards Wynn. He kicks that over to Calder. Calder comes up the near boards, flips it off, trying to find Nick. Stopped by DU and then picked up back by Alex, who looks like he's on playing D today. I'll get all this stuff sorted out. He's out there on D right now with Bo. Bo up the far boards, hustles for that one. Couldn't get beat. Now he goes into the corner is Alex. Alex fakes him on the wraparound attempt. Now DU picks it up in front. Evan gets a stick on it. DU back out to the point. They hold that into the blue line, take the shot. That one doesn't get all the way through as Bo blocks it. Bo off the boards trying to get it over to Nick. They're just going to whip off for a change here. So it looks like Arvada's running 2 lines and 5D. Going to have some skaters who are going to get some ice time today. Yep, everybody's going to be getting a lot of ice time. 6 forwards and 5 defense here for your AHA Pee Wee A squad. Milky in behind off the boards to Colin all the way up the far side. Kai's got a chance. He's racing up. He's being chased down hard. They get behind him on the back check, knock that one down. Kai turns and fires it towards the front of the net. Stopped there by DU. Still loose puck on the boards. Bang that one out. It bounces across the blue line. And Milky gets back checked by the same player. Forechecked on the back check. Cohen coming over to help out Milky. Milky has it lost in his skates. Cohen fights that one up. Bounces over Kai's stick. Back over to Cohen. DU knocked away there by Milky at the blue line. Cohen's trying to go off the boards to Kai. Kai gets it up to Colin. Colin's walking in. Colin goes around. Colin rifles a shot and scores! Colin walks in off the pass from Kai at the blue line. Comes in, takes that bullet of a blast and puts it in the back of the net. Arvada takes the lead here, 1-0 with 9:32 left to go in the first period. Very nice play. Good team effort there. Passing is going to be key here. We're not going to be wanting to skate as much as they usually do here. We're going to have some tired legs this short bench. Alex off the shin pads. Oh, they come back in offsides. Just taking a look at all the fans down here below us. It's a big arena to not have that many people. I was only joking about the sellout crowd of 6,062. That is capacity of this arena, but we couldn't quite get it for Pee Wee A hockey on a Sunday morning. Weird. Into the corner, banged up hard off the boards. Trying to sneak that out is Calder. Calder's coming across. He's got Nick going in towards the front of the net. Calder passes it back to the trailer, and Evan, F3, backhands that over towards the front of the net, picked up by DU and swung around at the hash marks. Getting a stick on that is Nick. They bang it out. Evan lifts a stick, and it comes all the way back to the back end. Being forced to flip that around is Ethan. Ethan bangs that one. Doesn't get all the way in, almost picked up there by Nick at the blue line. A loose puck here on the near boards. DU swings that one around, goes out to center ice. They come across the logo. Broken up by Calder, but picked back up by DU. Bodies running into each other. Evan goes up on the far boards. DU kicks that one back to their blue line, trying to get reset, but pressured hard by Nick. Nick comes in, gets a stick on it, takes a player down with him, and still goes back in behind the net. DU around the boards, over to the far side, looking to break out. Pestered by Calder. Calder on his backhand, trying to force that over to Nick. In front of the net, and Evan couldn't get it towards the goal. Evan into the corner. Now he backhands that one out towards the front, looking for Nick. Nick chases it into the corner. DU's trying to break this out. Evan doing a great job keeping that pressure in on them in the corner. Now everybody is looking tired already. We only 8 minutes left to go in this first period before they get their first break and then have to play another 28 minutes of hockey. Got to find a way to dig deep. Alex back out to the point. Alex flips that one towards the net. It's tipped. Calder trying to get the next shot off. That one's kicked side. Over on the far boards, breaking out of their own end. In front, loose puck. Arvada's making some changes on defenses. DU's trying to get this one out. Arvada pinching in. Nick done a great job getting back there as their defense changes up. Walking in, trying to break that play up. Nick's all over this ice. He's looking for that break. Coming around the far boards. Cohen. Holland ties up his player, helped out there by Ethan, puts a body into the corner, trying to break this up the far side, and Collins off to the races one more time. Long stretch pass. He comes around the middle, top of the circle, takes the shot. The goalie's going to hang on to that one, not going to let it happen twice in a row. 7:18 left to go. Shots 5-2 for Arvada on this goalie wearing the white jersey that says DU on the front of it. Harry Haviland and the OTT Sports Network live with you Sunday morning, Denver, Colorado, Magness Arena. Quick shot, loose puck, nobody there for the rebound, picked up by DU. Out to the point, Kai's backhands that one back in, DU has it. They sneak that one back across, still trying to make the pass up. Picked up at center ice by Kai. Cohen turns around, fires that one in, allowing Colin a chance to go clean this up. Comes in, goes around him off the boards. DU out with a little bit of a give and go, and then finds a play on the far side. They come in, they're walking into Arvada zone 3-on-2, circle back, trying to check up, looking to go far point, get it back out to the point, can't get a handle on the bouncing puck, pressured up by Colin, then they have to kick it into the corner. DU in behind, tangled up with Owen. Owen drags his player down right in front of the referee, no call. Out to the point, shot, block, tip, kick, side, over into the corner. Chasing it down, spinning back around. Bo puts his man into the boards, but DU has it behind. Now Cohen gonna have his opportunity with it. Cohen puts that one behind Kai. That's gonna go all the way down. Icing's whistled down. Back into the Arvada zone with 6:17 left to go here in the first period. All tied up, or 1-0, all tied up. It's not tied up at ones. It's 1-0, Arvada leading DU. Jimmy Rodriguez tuning in. Hope Jax is feeling better. His well wishes will be passed along. We're screaming here for you. Get better soon, bud. We could use you out here on the ice, that's for sure. Coming over to the far side. DU pressuring in hard into the Arvada zone, ringing around the boards. Alex going to try to come over and collect this one. He's trying to get this defensive positioning figured out. We're short a few of those. Picked up by Evan. Evan's circling back. They're coming in 3-on-2. Evan passes up the far boards to Nick. Nick backhands that one in. Now they got to chase it down. DU's uncontested behind their own net. Puts it back up hard off the boards. Out to Alex at the point. Alex just tries to pass that one in. Tipped in front by Evan. Evan diving in front. Over to Calder. He couldn't swing it around. DU does swing it around over to the far boards. Nick chasing over in the corner. Slow-paced game right now, the way these guys are skating, or maybe it's just the ice or the size of the arena.
I think
it's a lot of everything.
A lot of everything.
A lot of everything. Nick going into the corner, trying to conserve some energy here with the short bench.
Get there.
But this is regular season hockey. This one counts going into the playoffs in a couple of months. We got to get these victories under our belts as we've been doing in the tournaments. Tournaments are behind us right now. Regular season action against DU. Swinging at it is Calder. Calder breaks that play up. Alex dives for that one, trips his player up. Now he gets the puck back on his stick at center ice. He's got a little bit of time with it. Decides he's going to skate it across the red line. He's walk it across the blue line. He falls down, trips over his skate lace there as he spins back around. And DU's coming out the other way, stepping straight into that one is Ethan. Breaking the play up, getting it over to Evan. Evan on the near boards, coming in onside. Nick going towards the front of the net. Evan tries to stick handle through, gets picked up by DU. They come back out the other way. Coming off the bench is Colin. Colin turns, rips that off the boards, dumps it all the way down. Icing's going to be whistled there as was not tipped in front of the net. Resetting those lines here with 4:24 left to go in the first period. Arvada's leading 1-0. Shots on net 7-3. They are getting the shots on this goaltender, but just haven't found a way to solve them with the other 6. In over to Wynn's right. Cohen's set to take this draw with Colin and Kai on his wings. That one comes out across the blue line. Colin's racing it down. Colin with the stronger hands on the sticks comes in on another breakaway. Rips and shoots. Buries his second tally of the period, making it 2-0 Arvada. 4:16 left to go in the first. Excellent effort there by Colin. Had one hand on that stick, but still muscled it away from the defender, giving himself a chance, and he was off to the races, making no mistakes and tickling the twine. Back to center ice. That's a referee who has those orange bands around his arms. We don't get to see that too often. Good to see 3 officials out on the ice.
We appreciate our officials.
Absolutely, we appreciate the officials. Well, we did once. We had Coach Jake, yeah.
Coach Jake was
We can do it, but it's not as pretty. Hard up off the boards. Kai can't get that one out. DU pinches in. Bo back over into the corner. Bo rips it hard up, gets it over Kai's stick, but now Kai's not going to skate for that puck because he's going to let Cohen go for it. Kai trails back in on that one as they come out. Kai tries to walk in, can't get it through, gets that back checked off his stick because he's got to find another gear if he wants to get towards the front of the net. Coming across hard is Ethan. Kai turns around, pushes that up towards Cohen. Cohen can't get through the two defenders. Kai back up at center ice, knocks that one off, gets it over to Cohen. Cohen comes around, Cohen's got an opportunity, takes a shot. He's absolutely hooked up, hauled down, and there's going to be a penalty on that one. Oh, and Cohen better be careful. He just threw that DU player's stick. That could turn into another 2 minutes. We got to watch ourselves on those ones right there. Arvada power play opportunity, 3:24 left to go here in the first period. They're up by 2, but down a man for the next minute and a half. We even got a thumbs up from the DU guys that were walk down, seeing who was out in their press box. He looked over, he goes, "It's Harry." Oh my God, Harry's broadcast. I can't wait to tell everybody here at DU, Harry was in the booth. Oh, Cohen did get a, no, why, oh no, we're on the power play. Never mind. I didn't see the other guy there. We're on the power play. Here we go.
Not looking like we're on the power play.
No, Arvada is getting pushed around on the power play right now as DU's trying to break it out of their own zone. Hard off the boards and breaking in here, shorthanded, 1-on-4, still controlling the puck, making that centering pass, broken up there by Evan. And Calder's trying to get this one out. Calder knocks down Evan because he hits him in the skates. Back over to Owen, over to Nick, back up, skating through center ice, trying to power his way through and then pick back up. Nick comes in, Nick rips a shot, that one deflects and it goes wide of the net off the goalie's stick. In behind, giving another try, there's Nick, Calder, and Evan swinging it back around, goes around Nick into the far corner, wheeling up the far boards, looking for a breakout, still on the power play here. Arvada not looking like it, but they've got 35 seconds left to go with the man advantage. Making that pass up over Calder's stick, bounces into the DU zone. And then stick down there by Calder, but picked up by DU as they're coming the other way. Milky stands up as player, Evan picks the puck up. Evan's building some speed, comes across the red line, trying to sneak that over to Calder. Comes across the blue line, Calder fighting through it. Shot towards the front of the net, a weak one goes off the goalie's pad as Nick chases down his own rebound and comes out to the point. Owen claps it towards the front, Evan has a chance in front. Evan can't shovel it towards the front of the net. DU tangles him up as he goes down and DU picks it up with 3 seconds left to go in the penalty kill. They come out of their own end. Milky circles at center ice, we get back to 5-on-5. Milky decides to walk in, he's gonna try get through the players, gets that lifted off of his stick, held in at the point and then kicked back in by Nick. Nobody chasing this puck down. Maybe it is the hockey that's slow today. I'm ahead of the play and I'm calling it. Out by DU, they're racing down. Milky's coming in, tries to knock that one, gets it out. They flip that one back in. It's going to be offside. $1:26 left to go here in the first period. Magness Arena on the OTT Sports Network. Your Arvada Pee Wee A is up 2-0. Cohen wins this one forward over to Kai. Kai has it on his stick, gets over, rips that into the corner. Now they just got to chase it down. Cohen's going in behind the net. Beat there by DU's fighting for it. DU spins it back the other way. Colin with the backhand breakup. Kai comes over the backhand. Alex steps in, doesn't keep this one in. Now here comes DU racing back the other way. Staying on side, walking in 2-on-2. Come in, deke around one. Alex backhands that one over to the corner and Bo kicks it off the side. Picked up by Kai. Kai's coming out. Stanley tries to find Cohen on the second attempt. DU saw that coming and broke that play up. Colin coming across. Colin backhands that one hard into the corner. It's coming around softly into the corner, picked up by DU in their own end. Cohen has that bounce over his stick. Kai shovels that towards the front of that. Nobody home. Picked back up by DU. Stopped at the blue line by Alex. Getting back on side, turns it over to Cohen. And they come back. Oh, Kai gets knocked in on side. They call it onside as Kai was pushed in. That's all right. One whistle's high over the net. Now it's tipped back the other way. Icing waved off as it was last touched by Arvada. Come in, pick this one up with 22 seconds left to tick off the clock. They push it up off the boards, clear the zone, and Kai's got an opportunity. Coming in on the near boards, Kai just walks in, tries to deke around a couple times, gets the shot off, eventually loose puck. Cohen couldn't reach it. On the backhand, looking to get it towards the front of the net. Stopped there by Kai. One more time to get a shot off. Shoot it. They say it's blocked. Cohen in front. Cohen couldn't get the second shot off. Opportunities going towards the front of the net. As you can see that on the shot clock, Arvada's leading 11-3. More importantly, on the scoreboard, it's 2-0. We're going into the first intermission here. Arvada with the lead. There we go. Still seeing everybody else tuning in. We love to see it. I know you guys don't always
Appreciate where we are.
appreciate what we're doing, but you gotta look at this. Look at this packed house.
Totally.
Look at everybody's just getting popcorn right now in the intermission. So all these seats were filled. We just didn't have a chance. We are at Magness Arena. This is home of the national champion Denver Pioneers. They skated their way to that championship. We saw the trophies here in the parades with the Avs last year. Pretty big deal to play in this arena for these guys. They were running around trying to get their selves collected and calmed down. I think that's happened here as they've got a 2-goal lead going into the second period, trying to build on that, but maintain some of that energy. As we did say, we've got those 4 players that are out. Hopefully you're all tuning in. I've seen Jack's tuning in. Hopefully you're all getting better here soon. Milo's down for the count. Anderson's out right now. Lexi's still out of town. I haven't checked in on how they're doing, but hopefully your squad's doing really good up there, Lexi. We're rooting for you all the way back down here in Denver as your team is coming back out here with a 2-0 lead going into the second period against DU.
It was really nice of you, I gotta say. This press box is real nice. Real nice.
This is real nice. This is a lot nicer than the press box at Arvada.
Yeah. We gotta get one of these.
And the speaker's not blaring at us, mind you. These speakers would blare a lot more if the tunes were on. Oh, play is underway. Second period action coming at you here. Magness Arena on the OTT Sports Network as Calder walks into the DU zone, tries to dangle around. Ethan kicks that one down. The ice is slowing things down here already. As you can see, it's not exactly in the greatest condition. Backhanded back out to center ice, picked up by Calder. Calder spinorama at the blue line in Savardian fashion. Doesn't come all the way through, and then bounced into the corner by Ethan. Chasing it down is Evan. Evan goes back around to the corner, picked up by DU, breaking out of their own zone. Stopped at the blue line, but they're offside. Forced to reset at center ice. Spins back around, they get back onside. Evan skating up through the middle. Ethan comes in, diving, blocks that one down, goes into the corner, but DU manages to pick up the puck, trying to break this out. Held into the point by Bo. DU banging and crashing for it. Evan circles back. They go to the far side, and now they come out to center ice as Milky races in, trying to get a stick on it. Blocks that off his body. They're trapping it up against the boards. Coming out of that is Arvada with Calder. Calder kicks it up, then pick back up and turn around the other way. Ice is too slow for this one to make it all the way down as Ethan picks it up in his own net, circling back around with 12:51 left to go in the second period. Arvada still clinging on to that 2-0 lead. Coming out is Ethan on a breakaway. He's got players going with him. He gets that towards the front, tries to center it. Picked up by DU as they come back the other way. Now 3-on-2. His own's back on change and 2-on-1. Quickly developing here. They walk in, try and pass that off. Owen kicks it off his shin pads, shoves the player into the boards, and Owen's going to draw a penalty there. And Owen's going to take a retaliation penalty. They drew the penalty. We were going on the power play. Owen retaliates, and they're going to take both of them. Oh, well, we're still going to see 5-on-5 hockey. That's what happens with coincidentals, but the coaches even both looked at each other on that one. I think Owen might have a couple of things that he's going to be listening to when he gets out of the box and over to the bench. Need one more, boys. No, are they going to go 4-on-4? 4 or 5s? 4s. 4-on-4, all right. I don't know. That's a rule I'm going to have to look up or have to ask our resident referee expert, Seth, see if he can help us out with that one. I don't know if it just what the penalties are or how it happens, but it's 4-on-4 hockey here as we're opting to go with 3 forwards and 1 D. Bo's man in the D. We've got Kai, Colin, and Cohen out. As D's coming around, they got lots of open ice here as they're up the far boards. Racing back is Cohen. On the back check, lifting that stick. Great job, hauls it down. Colin spins around. Colin passes it up to Kai. Kai's coming in 1-on-2. Goes around one player, gains the blue line. Walks in, takes this one wide, shoots it, and that one just goes wide. Colin unable to tip that down into the far corner. DU spinning around, breaking it out the far boards. No idea how much time's left in these coincidental penalties. 4-on-4 hockey is what we're playing through at center ice. Coming across, Cohen still comes through. Lifted stick there, Bo's not going to get a hooking penalty. Arvada caught flat-footed there. DU walks through a few players, stepping within 1, making it a 2-1 game with 11:41 left in this second period. If there are more comments and stuff coming in, I'm sorry, I can't see it. It just stops at a certain point on my phone. That's what happens. I'm running this flip phone. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of a Razor. I got it back in 01, and it doesn't quite upload all my Facebook and my TikTok videos. I've been trying to get into this whole craze thing. Like, there's these dances that kids are doing. I'm getting pretty good at them. I just can't figure out how to upload them with my flip phone. Kick back in here. We're still 4-on-4 hockey. No, 5-on-5. Now we're 5-on-5. They're deciding to go 4-on-4 to 5-on-5 after that goal. Figuring it out. We'll check it out as DU's breaking back out of their own zone, coming across neutral ice. Swung back around there by Calder. He's coming across the red line. He's got two guys to beat. Tries to go around the defender. That one stick down, and DU comes back out. Evan steps up into the play, stays on side, and still fighting for it. Now he's coming in. He's got Nick ahead of him. Held into the blue line by Alex. Alex trying to backhand around. Kicked in one more time. Held in by Calder. That's actually going to count as a shot on net as it gets kicked into the corner. Calder's the first one to go pick it up. Shooting it towards the front. Wide open is Evan. Evan doesn't get everything on it. Rebound gets tipped in. Was that tipped in by Nick, or was that all Evan? One trickles across the goal line. Arvada regains their 2-goal lead. It's 3-1 with 10:55 left to go in the second. I'm not sure if that's going to go to Evan or to Nick, who is in front, but either way, it's a goal. We'll take it. 100% we'll take it. We need some of those. Cohen, Kai, and Colin step back out onto the ice. Alex and Milky on D. 18, they're calling it. They gave that one to Evan. They gave it to Evan.
That's nice.
That's a big one. He needs that. Kai passes that one up to Colin. Colin has another chance. Tries to find the same spot he found twice in the first period. Puts it back out towards the front. Cohen swings it around the dot. High stick. And then over Kai with the chance. Kai's falling the wrong way on that one. Leaning back and not be able to shoot forward. Picked up by DU coming across the logo at center ice. Walking in on the far blue line. Staying on side. Being pushed to the far corner by Milky. Pushed towards the front of the net off the side. And then Milky gets the rebound over to Kai. Kai's got Cohen going up through center ice. Kai decides to tip that one off the retreating defender. The goalie skates out to pick this one up. And now coming in one-on-one against Alex is DU. Alex pushes that one into the corner. Good effort by him. As the stick was coming up high, he goes into retreat. It falls down for his efforts. DU spins around, coming out of the Arvada corner, gets it back out to the point, looking for the shot, flips that one towards the front of the net. It's blocked before it gets anywhere near the goal. Couldn't tip it out, but then Colin has it on the far side, racing down the right wing, coming in on his backhand, trying to power his way towards the front of the net. Gets hauled down, no call on that one. Colin's still fighting for it in front. Over to Cohen. Cohen takes his shot and pushes that one wide. Cohen picks it up on the near boards, swinging around towards the front of the net. Bouncing puck is loose in front. Kai's not there as Colin's picking him up, self off slowly, getting himself to the bench. Hopefully he's not hurt. Trying to make that pass over to Cohen. Picked off by DU. Back checked in the offensive zone by Kai. Back over to Cohen. Cohen's going to circle off his backhand, take the shot, blocked in front. DU circling around, picked up by Kai in the corner. He's kicking him, scrapping for it. Back over to Cohen. They're out there now with Calder. As Colin is getting some treatment from the medical staff there on the Arvada bench. Hopefully he's going to be coming back out healthy. We can't afford to lose any more players at this point. Bouncing puck is loose. Players are falling. Picked up by D at the blue line. They're walking in as Arvada's making some changes. Kicked into the corner and picked up by Bo. Bo's in the far corner coming around his own net. Looking at number 32 in the back. Passes that one up. Arvada can't clear their own zone. DU's going to have another opportunity to the top of the circle. Block shot by Bo. Fighting in front of the net. Banging back and forth. Loose puck. Nobody's able to control this bouncing rubber. And Arvada's trying to get it out and still can't. Picked up. They're going to turn and fire that one up. Out of the reach, and here comes Calder. Calder's racing in, coming in on the left wing, gets it over to his backhand, flips that one in off the goalie's glove and wide. Good effort by him. He found the opening, just couldn't get it past that gaping mitt. Backhanded back out to center ice, just hammered back in hard. It's going to be offside as they're dawdling their way back to the blue line. They're looking tired already. We're not even halfway through this game, Katie.
I know. We're in trouble.
Pop Rocks and Mountain Dew on the bench in the second intermission, trying to light a fire under these players' blades.
Red Bull.
Red Bulls? Red Bull didn't work the last time. Snort some Pop Rocks. That's what's good for you. It gets right in your system. DU coming in hard. Kicked into the corner by Owen. Back out to the point. DU controlling, getting set up in the Arvada zone. Out towards the front. Toe gets out on that one, and Wing kicks it out to the side. DU collects the rebound, going in behind the net. Still pressuring deep in the Arvada zone. Back out to the point. Goes D to D. They keep that one in, dangling across the blue line, then have to dump it into the corner. Alex going in behind the net, over to Owen. Owen backhands that one up. Now he goes forward, trying to get it over to Nick. Nick's got somebody pushing him up. He gets that one out of the zone, and now coming on the far side, Collar comes across. Collar's got Evan going towards the front, couldn't get it over to him. The back checker was there. Breaks that play up and now tries to clear it out of their own zone. Goes up off the boards, held in there by Alex. Couldn't keep it in, but Alex backhands that back in. Just couldn't get back on side in time as Evan. 7:48 left to go here in the second period. Your Arvada team is leading the DU Pioneers 3-1. Cohen, Kai, and Collins step out onto the ice. Good to see Collins healthy and ready to go. DU stick handles and dangles, bounces it up over the blue line. All the way back out to Owen. Owen's had a chance to get set up with that. Gets it up to Colin. Cohen stays onside. Colin's going to take this one wide, powering his way towards the front of the net. Has Cohen in front. It's off the skate of the defender. Kai comes over, gets his stick lifted. They push it towards the front. Cohen turns, sends that one just wide. DU picked up, being harassed there by Colin. Back over and skates past Kai and goes around Alex. On the back check is Cohen. Cohen dives for it. Still looking to get that towards the front of the net. Owen uses his body, breaking that play up. Backhands it up, but Kai unable to get there in time. Now Alex is going to try to do it on the other side. Alex skates around. He's got Colin with him on the boards. Colin trying to put this one off the boards. He's got Cohen up ahead of him. Cohen's coming in the other side, goes around. Kai's going towards in front of the net. Tips that one. Kai's looking for the rebound. Kai into the corner, turns, trying to dangle around instead of pushing it towards the front. Can't go through two players. Bounces in the front of the high slot. DU picks it up, coming back the other way. 1-on-2, backing in on Milky and Ethan. Milky sticks that one down, hard off the boards. Deciding to reverse this one around instead of forcing it through all the traffic up on the boards. Over to Kai. Kai has that one go through his skates. Oh, in front. Trying to get that in front. Loose puck. Bang back out to the point. Pinching defenseman. Keep that in. Cohen's trying to get it out. Back out to the point again. Another shot. That one sails wide as Wynn was looking to block it down anyways. DU pinching in hard in the Arvada zone. Arvada's desperately trying to get this one out. They can't even get a stick on the puck, trying to ring it around the boards. Gets it up, tipping it over to Kai. Kai's trying to dangle around these players. Fighting for it at center ice. Kai gets it pushed off, and Cohen was stepping ahead of that play as Kai was... Oh, Kai, you better settle down right now. He's starting to bark at his own players. He couldn't get that puck across. Now he's yelling at Cohen for being offside. He better be careful. I can say that. That's my own kid.
We can yell at our own kids.
6:02 left to go here in the first period. Or second period. Arvada is still leading 3-1 here. The OTT Sports Network and Harry Haviland bringing the action from Magness Arena in Denver, Colorado. DU coming towards the front of the net, stuck down there by Evan and backhanded out. That one skips across the blue line, retreating back into center ice, resetting his DU. Pushes that back up to the Arvada blue line. It bounces hard off the boards and picked up by Milky in the corner. Milky overskates it. Ethan comes to help him out. Brings that one around hard. Over to Nick. Nick's trying to skate out. Nick forces that one out, and they're coming in 3-on-1 the other way, trying to make that pass across. It's off the shaft of the retreating defender, who now picks that puck up and behind his own net. Circling around, uncontested. Flips that up into center ice. Blocked down there by Ethan. Ethan goes around one, can't get around two. Helped out by his D partner, Milky. Milky up off the boards over to Evan. Evan comes in on side. Loses the puck, picks it back up over to Nick. Nick trying to get that shot off. Goes up and over the player. They're looking for a call, but there's no call in there if you're asking me how to play hockey. Collar towards the front, loose puck. Evan trying to get his second one. Bouncing puck in front, still loose. Kicked over to the side. Collar chasing it over, picked up by DU. They shoot that one all the way down the ice. Oh, it got rolling, so it might go. It's not going to go. He can't even roll down the ice. It's so soft out there. Walked into and trying to push back the other way is Ethan. Battling in front of the net. Arvada's got to keep their cool. I know they're tired and they're looking a little bit chippy out there. We can't be spending any time in the penalty box. Colin coming in off the post, looking for his third of the game. He's had a few of those breakaways. He's still got those bursts of speed in the legs. All that power. He's been on fire here for the last couple of weeks for this team. Doing it again here today. Nick backhands between the legs, back over to Colin. Colin comes across, tries to get it to Kai. Kai tips that back between his skates into the far corner, picked up by DU. They ring that around their own boards. Looking for a breakout here, intercepted by Colin. Off the boards, they get a pass through his legs. Back in, they pass it back to Colin. Colin walks around, looking to get this shot off. Comes in on the backhand and pushes that one just wide. Out to Kai. Kai looking to clap that one towards the front. Doesn't get all the meat on it. Gets his rebound back, backhanded into the corner. Colin chasing it down, goes against the boards with DU. Kicked into the far corner. They push it hard around. Puck settles down there at the goal line. The play slows right down as we all just wait for it. And then here it goes again. Picked back up by Bo, and that one's kicked out to Kai. Kai slows it down, trying to tip that one ahead. Gets it tipped in, and now Alex walks in. Alex has got Cohen going towards the front, all the way over to the far side. Couldn't get onto Calder. Calder turns off the boards, picked up by DU, and back out to the blue line. Steps around their defenders. Now they're coming in the other way. Back checking his Calder hard. Gets back over. Cohen picks it up. Can't get it all the way out of the zone. DU walks back in. Kai with lifting the stick. Still over to DU in front. Backhand. Saved by Wynn. Kai trying to get it hard up off the boards to Calder. Get it to center ice, and Cohen's got a chance as he picks it up at the red line. Cohen walks in, checks up the blue line, trying to get it over to Calder. Calder loses on that one, and DU coming back the other way. At center ice, picked up by DU, 2-on-2, walking into the Arvada zone, takes the shot. Wynn makes a save, hangs onto it. DU comes in, gets shoved out of there. No goal. They blew the whistle. The puck was loose, and the player fired into the net. That's why Kai went over after the fact. Bo cleared out the zone as they were doing that. They're a little feisty, a little heated today, but they've got to keep their tempers in check. 2:45 left to go. Second period, 2-goal lead. Shots on net, 17 for Arvada, 8 for your Pioneer team from DU. Taking this draw deep in the Arvada zone is Evan. Evan pushes that one forward, held in at this blue line by DU. They go across the blue line, take that shot in. Wynn hangs onto it, rebounds loose. Puck still loose, gets it under his glove. DU's digging for that one. Wynn hangs onto it. Whistle's blown. He's going to see that whistle or that face-off over to his left. Evan, Calder, and Nick out there for your forwards. Owen and Milky on defense. The big bodies holding the blue line. DU gets that one across. Nick tries to skip into the play. Evan manages to skip into the play, and trailing behind him is Nick. Nick walks in, comes across the top of the circle, gets that one towards the front of the net, and just whistles it wide. Calder with the backhand, back in behind the DU net. DU's the only ones over there. Pioneers pick it up. Evan on the backhand, shoveling it towards the front. Calder couldn't get to it in time, and the Pioneers swing it back out. Broken up by Nick. Nick over to Calder. Calder on his backhand's the only one in the corner. He's got a little bit of time to try and get towards the front of the net, and the tip goes wide as Nick was trying to force the rubber off the toe of his tape. Holding that one in is Owen at the blue line, bouncing. Puck is continuing to bounce. Owen's going to get another shot at it. He's walking in, gets hauled down from behind. He goes down hard, and DU comes back out the other way. Milky at center ice, trying to go all the way across, gets it to Evan. Evan's off his skates, spinning around there at the red line. Nick gets a stick on it, but not enough muscle behind it. 1:30 left to go here in the second period as DU's walking in, tries to go around. Owen says no to that one. Coming back now. Arvada skating out the other way. Calder coming across the red line, gains the offensive zone, walks into the high slot, looking to get the shot off, makes the pass over, doesn't quite get it. DU's coming back the other way now, 3-on-2, coming across the red line. Taking the swing of the big lumber is Milky. They stay onside, come back in. Milky forces that one over, clapped hard off. It's going to go all the way down. This one's going to be icing as it makes it all the way down there. 1 minute and 6 seconds left to go in this second period. From Magness Arena in Denver, Colorado, your Arvada Pee Wee hockey squad taking on the University of Denver Pioneers.
Well, the junior Pioneers.
The junior Pioneers.
We don't want to make it sound too official, you know?
The Pioneers, the junior Pioneers. I say enough words, I don't need to say them all, do I?
No, you don't.
Kai had the face-off off of a win by Cohen, trying to battle his way up on the near boards, getting this one out. Cohen has Colin up in front. Colin's going to try to go around, loses that one to the blue line in his skates. Now they're going to call it offside as he lost it, and they're coming back outside the zone with 55 seconds left to go in this period. They're skating hard, but you can see that they're tiring. They've got to try to figure out this energy burst for the third period. I mean, we've only had 2 games this weekend. Usually we're used to playing like 6.
Yeah, but we're down everybody.
Yeah, we're missing a lot of key personnel here.
On IR.
The IR is full.
Oh,
No more room on the IR.
no more room in the infirmary, y'all.
Kicking ahead is Colin, gets it over to Cohen. Cohen misfires on that one, turns it around, gets it towards the front. Kai's not there yet. Kai goes into the corner trying to slap it back towards the front. Picked up by Colin. Colin takes a shot. Couldn't find it short side. Hung on to there by the goalie. keeping it 3-1. Shots 18-10 with 30 seconds left to go in the second period.
It's nice they count shots.
I like the shot counting, yeah.
It's nice to know.
Because apparently last night we were outshot, according to the stats, 49-20.
Really?
That's just not right as they're coming in with another opportunity late in the period. Take the shot and Big Win makes the glove save and kicks it into the corner. And by glove I meant blocker. Yeah, that's what I meant. Loose in front again. Not gonna make that one. Arvada's leaving the players wide open in front of the net. Wide opening there, and they take advantage. 12 seconds left to go, making it a 3-2 hockey game. Kim and Tom joining in. Matt Doyle tuning in, voice of the Arvada Pee Wee Gold. I thought they were playing here right after us. I don't see them if they're in the building yet, but I could be confused. There's a lot of teams. We got 12 seconds left to go here.
Yeah, it's a lot of hockey.
Coming around, stopped there by Alex at center ice. Calder walks around, trying to get a shot off here with 3 seconds left to go. Couldn't get it towards the front. Has one more attempt. That's not going to make it out. Buzzer sounds. End of the second period here at Magness Arena. Arvada 3, Pioneers 2. Shots on goal 18-12. And Arvada's got to dig deep to find some kind of energy coming out here in the third period. You can see it slowly dwindling throughout the second. And that was obvious there at the end when they were leaving some players wide open in front of the net, given those opportunities. Fans getting a little restless down there. They're used to some high-paced hockey action. The excitement has left the building, Katie. There's no more buzz. We got to find a way to get some buzz going up here.
Got more shots on that. We gotta. I get it. They're sick.
They're sick. They're tired.
I get it.
It happens. They're still leading. We've got 14 minutes of hockey left to go. Arvada clinging to that 1-goal lead, looking what they can do to build on it here in the third period. Regular season action. This is only our 6th game now. We've been playing in all those tournaments, as we've mentioned. 6th game of the regular season. A lot of these teams have already played 10, 12, 14 games. So we're just getting everybody figured out what the regular season feels like and what we got to do to get the W's on the board. Arvada's still strategizing in front of their own net, or in front of their own bench. Coach John Maurer tuning in. There must not be any kittens stuck in the tree right now. He's getting some time to watch the boys play hockey. Shout out to all of the Arvada Fire and Rescue. I'm sure everybody's tuning in with you. You've got them all watching here. Evan taking this opening third period draw. One back by DU across the blue line. They go with it, looking to get it up across center ice. Alex spins back off his backhand over to Nick. Nick just forces that one up into the DU zone. Chasing it down is Evan, trying to make sure they don't get that pass, but they pass it out and clear the blue line. Alex taking some time, has Calder on the far side. Calder's got a little bit of room to walk. He comes across the blue line, flips a weak one off the toe, gets it onto the goalie. They hang on to that. With only 26 seconds ticked off the third period clock. Yes, the score is still 3-2. You're on the OTT Sports Network with Harry Haviland, who can't hang on to his mic, at the Magness Arena in Denver, Colorado. I'm tethered to this iPad and then I got caught on the stand. My bad. Good job by Evan holding that one in briefly. Sneaks out across the red line, back forcing Owen and reset. Owen up hard off the boards over to Calder. Calder comes into the top of the circle. Doesn't get the pass across as DU picks it up. Calder's battling to keep this one in. They sneak it back out. Now Evans on his backhand spins, looking for Nick up in front of him. Evan pushed that up off his skates. Now here comes Ev. Evan has a chance. Decides to try and wait too long to shoot that. Doesn't get the pass off as DU came back, got a stick on top of that and broke it up. Now coming hard the other way, waving icing off. His own's going to collect this in his own zone. Rings it around the boards over to the DU, waiting for it. Calder banging up against the boards with him. Back over to Evan. Evan against the boards. Or no, that's Alex against the boards. My bad. Evan comes in, or Nick comes in to help it out as Evan was on his way as well. Back out to the blue line, pinched in by the DU blue liner, who puts it all the way back in. They're waiting for it behind the net, picked up by Alex, who's now fighting against two players. No help from that. And now Nick's racing out the other way, coming across his blue line. He's got Calder on the far side. just comes in, shoots that one, puts it on net. The goalie stops it, controlled there and picked up by DU in their own end. No energy in whatsoever. Not feeling it.
We're not feeling it.
There's no speed. No. They need this. They're clinging on to this lead, making the block shot, going towards the front of the net. But you can just see the pace of this is absolutely slow.
Yeah, we have hit molasses level.
The effort is not there as Arvada is letting DU control them here in the offensive zone. Picked up by Owen. Owen's just going to backhand that one down. Cohen's racing for it. Icing's going to be whistled down. We're coming all the way back into the Arvada zone with 11:49 left to go. Third period action at Magness Arena on the OTT Sports Network. Cohen, Kai, and Colin. Milky and Bo on D, or Milky and Ethan on D, sorry. Black jerseys. Kai pushes that up to Colin. Colin's coming in across the blue line, trips up over his own skates. He couldn't get his balance after he got rid of that stick of the defender. Swinging for it, going around Ethan. Kai pushes him into the corner, angling him off his player. Kai has it on his stick now, puts it up off the boards, but that's right back to DU, who centers that, tipped up and over the awaiting player, back out to the point. They can't hold that one in. It's at center ice. Circling back around, Kai puts a little bit of pressure on it. They go D to D at the red line. Flip that one up, tipped down by Cohen. Picked back up by DU. Cohen knocks that one down. Kai comes across. Collins offside. Kai dangles that one at the blue line. They walk in offside with 11-12 left to go. 3-2 lead Arvada in the third. They're dragging the energy out of me.
I know. There's no juice in this machine.
The juice machine is empty. No more. He's in the juice. Ding! Meat group.
Guys,
out to the center ice here. Arvada backhanded back over to Kai. Kai can't handle that puck. Hard off the boards. No. Got to be having your head on a swivel over to Cohen. Cohen's flipping it all the way to the far side to Colin. Colin's getting it off his skates back in. Just flips that one lightly. Toe save into the corner by the DU goalie. Spun back around out into the front. Bouncing puck goes over to the waiting DU player on the far boards. They're breaking out of their own blue line. Coming across center ice. Walking in. Tip back over to the side with the long stick of Milky. Getting it out to center ice. DU racing back for it. Gets there before Colin. Colin's still fighting. Gets it off his backhand. Pushes it over to Cohen. Cohen turns and rips that one wide as he gets knocked down from behind for his effort. No call on that. Colin trying to push it in towards the front. Spun back around. Picked up by DU. Arvada just floating around waiting for the play to be over. Ethan on the far side. I shouldn't say much. I know how much energy these guys are expended out there. It is not easy to play shorthanded like this. They're doing it. Shot in towards the front. Milky swinging back around. Milky now is going to try and get this off the boards. Flips that one up. Tipped off the boards. Kai back to Cohen. Cohen's trying to squeeze his way up through. He gets through. The puck does not. Coming back across Arvada's line. Tip to the side off the stick of Win. Win over to Ethan. Ethan behind the net. Around the boards. Up to Nick. Nick gets it caught up in the DU skates. Ethan back up over to the DU, walking into the Arvada zone, coming in, takes a shot and buries it. Tying it up 3-3, 9:33 left to go in the third period. Find it, boys, find it! I know I'm mic'd up.
Apologize for blowing up on your phone.
I am mic'd up. And I am getting a little antsy right now. This isn't the team that we've all come to love here in the last couple of weeks. At center ice is Evan. Sneaking in on the wing is Nick, and on the far side is Calder. Evan back up across the boards. Dumped in there as Bo's on D alongside Owen. Owen flips that around. Picked up by DU on the far side. Bo comes in crashing, trying to take the player. Careful on those penalties. They come in to center. Wynn knocks this one down. Puck is still loose. Kicking forward in front. Back out to the point. Picked up by Calder in the slot. Calder's going in wide. He's got some room. DU's chasing him down. He's got Nick going towards the front. Calder getting hooked up. Backhands that one towards the front. Just couldn't find Nick. Out to the point. Bo spins. Can't keep that one in. Bo goes back over to Owen. Puck bounces over his blade. DU gets to it first. Walks in. Top of the circle. Coming in across. Deeks around. Looking at wide open all the time in the world. Puts it off the post. And Bo comes and cleans up the garbage. Nick coming around here. He's found a burst of speed. Nick's coming in across the blue line. Got Calder with him. Tries to dangle. Puts it towards the front of the net and steered to the side by the Tendy. Rung around the boards. Out to the point. Hopefully that gives Arvada some life going, hey, that guy just about scored on us. He didn't, but now we got to go get one back the other way. We were up 3-1 in this game as Evan comes across the blue line to the top of the circle, flips it in, tipped into the corner, chased down by Nick. Whipping that one up and stepping in is Bo. Bo goes down off the boards, kept in there by Bo one more time. As Calder steps back on a D to help out Bo in his pinching efforts. Bo still fighting at center ice, picked up by DU, walking in the slot, coming in on Calder, takes a shot, big save by Wynn. Round the other way to Alex. Alex up off the boards, out of the reach of Nick. DU steps in. Wynn's just trying to hang on to that. It's out of his play, out in front. Wynn couldn't play that puck. It was out of his reach. It goes back in towards the front. DU with an empty net opportunity and taking advantage of it. They take the lead 4-3 with 7:52 left in the third period. Come on, Arvada. Leave it on the ice. Let's go. Cohen at center, pushing this one forward. He's going to take it on his own, walking it up, gets it over to Colin. Colin takes the shot and blocker save into the corner. Cohen goes hard against the boards, goes down. That one gets back out. Kai backhands it in, trying to find Colin. Doesn't get it to Kai's second effort, keeping it in briefly, and then brought out by DU. Over to the side, pushed by Colin. Colin takes a man over. Kai has it. Kai trying to get that one up the far side to Colin. Picked up by DU. DU, two players in front of the, behind the net. Over to Colin. Colin in front of him, pushes it out. Colin got another chance coming in 1-on-2, 1-on-1, going wide. Gets taken down with no call over there either. I'm not going to start barking at the refs here. There's a lot more effort that needs to come from Arvada if they want to earn this one back. Looks like they're trying to find it right now, but still being pressured deep in their own zone. Alex walks around, gets it tangled up in his skates, and kicks it over to the side. Kai's over there. Player doesn't even have a stick, and he's still beating the Arvada players on the far boards. Over to Alex. Colin falls down. Alex is going to come out with this one. Alex pushes it up to DU, waiting for it. Spun back around and back into the Arvada end. Colin turns that one around, back out to the point, held in. Shot gets blocked down by Kai. Kai out of his own zone, fires that one up. Tried to glove that down as Cohen. Cohen coming in. He's 1-on-4. So Arvada turns for changes. Cohen has nowhere to go with it. Fires it into the corners. He peels off for a change as well. Doing a good job allowing his line to get off and fresh legs, we use that loosely. Back out here on the ice as DU's coming back on the back check. Nick with a good effort there from his knees. DU still picks that puck up into the corner by Ethan. Ethan rings it up weakly across the boards, picked up by DU in the Arvada zone. 6 minutes and 3 seconds left to go here. Third period action at Magness Arena. Arvada's now trailing 4-3 as Nick comes out. Nick's trying to find Calder, puts that one behind him, picked up by DU. Into their own end, circling around, back behind their goal and over to the far boards. Evan's there, still fighting, getting that stick in tight. Evan trips up his player, doesn't get called down for it. And DU puts it hard off the boards, reversing it around to the near side, right down below the press box. Yes, the little jet press box that we're sitting in. And then kick back all the way down. Icing's called, but they're waving that off as this ice is too slow for any of that action. Coming out hard, Ethan fighting, going against everybody, using that body like a bulldozer, walking his way out of his own end. Over to Evan, Ethan still fighting. Evan gets it on his tape. Evan's walking in, comes in around, trying to get that one centered over. Then Kai goes into the corner with it. Back out to the point, DU breaking out. Owen steps into that one, does a good job. Now he comes in, Arvada checks up on side. Owen walks around, looking to get a shot off, flipped and kicked into the side. Kai on the far side turns, fires it towards the front of the net. Evan couldn't get that off. Puck is still loose in front. DU's falling on top of it, and then they block that one down as Evan couldn't find the rebound. DU into the corner, circling their own end, trying to break this out, being harassed there by Evan, helped out by Nick. Nick walking out of the corner, trying to get a shot off towards the front. Nick looking for that short side high glove, doesn't get it, goes wide. Kai on the far side. Kai couldn't get that one back. He's tangled up, gets tripped up for that as DU comes out, fires that one into the Arvada bench. 4 minutes and 22 seconds left on the clock. Third period action here. Arvada trailing by 1 late in the game. Cohen, Kai, and Colin at center ice. Bo and Milky on defense. Trying to sneak in was Colin. DU wins that. Back over to Cohen. Cohen coming across center ice, gains the blue line, couldn't skate through. Trailing was Colin, now trailing's Kai. They both get sticks on it. Kai comes out of the pile with it. Kai circling back at the top of the blue line. Backhands it in, couldn't get it all the way to Cohen. DU kicks it back out the other way. They're coming in 1-on-2. Milky steps around, they're wide open in front. Wynn makes the save, back to collect his Colin. Colin flipping it up, but doesn't get it too far out. In front, in the slot, with the shot and the save. Still circling around, looking for the wraparound, back out to the point. DU with all kinds of pressure here, maintaining it. Tipped, rebound, loose, score. Keep your cool, Kai. Jesus. I'm glad I'm mic'd up right now. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna have a few choice things to say. I'm sorry for the silence here. My head's a few other things running through my head right now. 5-3, Arvada's trailing. 3:42 left to go in here in this third period. I don't know, the life's almost been sucked out of me here too watching this. Kai fighting at center ice, going back in, goes around. DU controlling at the Arvada blue line. Milky tries to get a stick on that. Kai with the back check. Diving play there, gets back out in towards the front. All the way back out to the point, held in. They're going to shoot that one towards the front. Kicked down by Milky and over to Cohen. Cohen up to Kai. Kai's trying to come through center ice, passes that one back up to Cohen. Cohen's coming in, he's got time. Cohen takes a shot and shoots it up over the net. Missing that one into the far boards. DU breaking it out, backhanded out. Over to Bo. Bo handles that one back over to Milky. Milky at the red line, flips it up to Colin. Colin backhand looking for Cohen. Finds Kai at the slot. Kai comes in, takes a shot, fires that one wide. In behind the net, Arvada being skated around here as DU breaks it out of their end. Picked back up by Cohen. In the slot is Colin. Colin turns back to Cohen. Cohen has another chance. Taking it, couldn't get it handled. Back out in front, back out to the point. Bo's gonna rip that one into the corner. 2 minutes and 42 seconds left to go. They've got some pressure, just gotta get that puck in. Kai can't center that pass, it's off the heel of his stick. Still back over to Cohen. Cohen in front, trying to find Colin. Cohen trips up his player. DU picks it up in the far end. Swinging around there, boards tipped out, picked up by Bo at the red line. Bo goes cross ice to Milky. Milky off his backhand just to the boards. Front of the penalty boxes and back into Colin. Colin dances around one as Cohen in front of the net. Puck is loose. Fighting forward in front. Puck is still loose. Kicked off to the far side. Calder steps out onto the ice. And DU racing out, coming back the other way. 3-on-1. Walking in on Milky, coming in, taking this one wide. Milky pressure and a great job getting a stick on that one. Arvada back out to the point, clearing this zone. Cohen walks through, takes the puck with him this time, spins it back around, puts it off the boards behind the net. Over for Nick. Great bounce pass there by Cohen, and Nick couldn't get it back to Calder, who was skating in to the offensive end. Minute 42 left to go. Arvada 3, DU 5. OTT Sports Network at Magness Arena in Denver, Colorado. Trying to backhand that one across, couldn't find Nick. Back out to the point with the shot as Evan. That one goes wide. Nick in the corner towards the front. Can't find Evan, who's waiting there for it. DU fires it back out to the point. Held in. Alex with the ripper, trying to tip that in front. Back out, loose puck, still loose. Kicked out by the goaltender. Spun back around. Nick back out to the point. Gets on this one, misfires on it. Holding it in is Ethan. DU's the first one to it. Now they're skating all the way back the other way. Skates through Alex, coming around, coming in the hard on. Good job by Alex there as he forces a weak backhand in on Wynn, who makes the easy save. Last minute of play in the first period. Third period. I thank God it's not the first period. Third period. Shots have crept back up on the Pioneers side, that's for sure. It's 27 for Arvada, 22 for the Pioneers. And we've got a player down in Alex here in the defensive zone. They were battling tight up against the boards there. I couldn't quite see what happened. Coach Rich out there chatting with Alex. Not sure what's hurt. Looks like he's grabbing onto his hip or his leg. He's sitting up on his own. Taking a while. He's going to get up on his own here. Make his way over to the bench. Good to see Alex is making his way off. It unfortunately doesn't change the score though. Arvada still trailing by 2 with the dwindling seconds left to tick off the clock here in the third period. Maybe the big arena was a little bit too much for these guys. They were all excited before the game. They don't seem to be having that same enthusiasm right now. Good effort by them. They played a lot of minutes this game though. Short 4 key players. Everybody had a lot of ice time. I know they're tired. And my commentary is very, I don't even know what the words are. I'm not a thesaurus. Subjective, objective. Wynn makes another good save there, keeping it within 2. Calling off the side over to Kai. They're going to make another rush up here. Kai's trying to pass that over to Cohen, gets blocked down, and DU spins it around at center ice. Bo pushes a player, forgets that the puck's there. Kai comes in, tips it over to Cohen. Cohen circles at center ice with 12 seconds left to go on the clock. Tries to step that puck in, comes in. Cullen looking to rip that one for his Hattie. Kai fighting against center ice. Not going to be enough time for anything. Time winds down. Final score, 5 for DU, 3 for Arvada in this Sunday afternoon bout. I'm not sure when we're back on the ice, but I guarantee you we've got some games maybe Friday, Saturday, Sunday of next week. I know there's one on Sunday because the Broncos messed it up. The Broncos aren't even good enough for prime time, and now they had to push it to a 2 o'clock, which conflicts with a lot of people's season tickets. Anyway, back to this. Arvada loses 2 in a row here back in the regular season, so some hard practices this week. We'll see what we can do next weekend, and until then, on behalf of